9.6 litre, 6-cylinder AEC AV590, delivering 125 brake horsepower at 1800 RPM. Now this engine was built in the 60s and has done well over 1 million miles and is still going strong today. British engineering at its very, very best. And don't you think this engine looks so much nicer now it's had a bit of a respray? Although maybe we should have painted the manifolds black, but we'll cover that another time. Now I don't know why I'm showing you this, because in this episode we are doing absolutely no work on any of the buses. So if you're here expecting us to get dirty and greasy doing some sort of maintenance or repair, then you may as well switch off now. But if you want something a little bit different from us, keep watching. So, if we're not doing any repairs or maintenance, then what the hell is going to be in this video? Well, we got 3 things for you. First of all, we're going to be answering some of your questions. We've put nearly 60 videos here on YouTube, and over the years, you've put all sorts of comments and questions in the boxes below. So in this video, we're going to be attempting to answer as many of those questions as possible. Secondly, we're having a barbecue today. It's the one weekend a year where we don't take any bookings for any private hire work, and we organise a barbecue here at the unit. We invite all our friends over and people that have helped the business over the last 12 months, and it's my way of saying thank you to everybody for their continued support. And of course, we'd like you to be there as well, in that kind of YouTube kind of way. There's not enough food for you to be here in person, but we're going to bring you along for the ride, on camera at least anyway. And then finally, on Sunday, we're off to the Hooton Park Running Day. 4 buses from here are taking part, and again, you're coming with us for the ride. Right, let's get this barbecue set up, and while we're doing that, we'll be answering as many of your questions as we can. I think the first job is to get the buses outside and create a nice lineup. It's a lovely sunny day out there. We've chosen a great weekend for the barbecue. And because it's nice and sunny, that means I have to wear my silly hat. This is affectionately known as my twat hat, because everyone says I look like a twat in it. But does this face look bothered? Okay, so let's start the Q&A by answering some of the recurring questions we've had since we put that Leyland National video out on YouTube back in May. Now, this video has been by far our most popular episode. Over 640,000 people have watched that video since we put it on YouTube just a couple of months ago. And some of the recurring questions we're getting include, when are you going to start the restoration, and can we have an update on progress? Well, that bus was never going to be our restoration project. If you remember in that video, I did say our role was simply to get the bus off that site, get it on a low loader, and get it transported down to a restorer near Brighton on the south coast of the UK. Well, the news is, having looked at the bus, the restorer decided the bus was too far gone to restore. So unfortunately, that Leyland National is going to be scrapped, but not before it gives up lots and lots of valuable parts to keep other Leyland Nationals on the road. Unfortunately, you can't save them all, and some do have to be scrapped in order to keep others on the road. Terry Watkins has been on. Here's another question. Could you add some lighting, please?
There we are then.
Oh, what was I supposed to do with that?
Some extra lighting.
Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you, Alan. Well, now, Terry, in all seriousness, you are dead right. It is a nightmare to light what we do properly. The chances are we're working in a very tight space. There's hardly enough room for a man and a spanner, so to get a camera in there and extra lighting is near on impossible. But I do understand what you're saying, because when I edit these videos, it does drive me mad that the lighting is so poor. We are doing our best, but sometimes in tight situations when we're working under a bus, you just got to bear with us because lighting is not available.
So we've had another question here from a Richard Wilson, who says, great video on RM1214's cab repaint, but a quick question, why wasn't the driver's seat reupholstered? The simple answer to that is time. It takes many, many weeks to get a seat sent away, get it recovered, and to have it back delivered to us. And basically, time was against us. The bus was needed on private hires, but it is our intention to get that seat redone in the near future.
I love your show and was wondering if you plan to do a full ground-up restoration of a double-decker, asks Bruce Bonkowski. Bruce, good question, but isn't that kind of what we're doing with the RT? I'm not sure you can get any more ground-up than that. The Civilised Way, are you guys anything to do with Imbabus? No. LT Voyager has asked, do you guys do heavy repairs such as engine or transmission overhauls? Engines, yes. Transmissions, no. Rockingham, was RM1214 used in the 2013 film The Great Train Robbery? Don't know. We didn't own it then, so it could have been.
So another question we've had is from Roger Wallace. Thank you, Roger. And he says that any video starring our little friend dear Jess is a good one. I'd agree with that. But I think I'll let Tim answer this one for me.
He's giving Jessie sausage again. That's like.
Dave Foreman.
Dave what?
Dave Foreman.
Dave White, yeah. They look like they've been called out.
You comfy down there, Tim?
We are, aren't we, Jess? Jess says leave us alone.
Okay, here's something interesting. This is more of a comment than a question from Perambulation Cars, who says, I really tried to watch one of your videos, though you keep waving your hands about as you explain things. Why? I guess most viewers aren't school kids, so no need for this, is there? Well, yes, you're right. And my wife and kids take the mickey out of me every time they watch one of our YouTube videos. They call this my jazz hands. I can't help it. It's just, that's what I do. Okay, so we're getting the barbecue all set up. It's a lovely sunny Saturday afternoon. We couldn't have chosen a better day to do this. People will be arriving soon, and as you can see on the barbecue, we've got it going already because this is a Weber kettle barbecue and we're using it as a smoker today. And what I'm doing on the barbecue is this lovely, huge, great piece of beef brisket. Now, this is being done slow and smoky, so I've got lots of wood in here. I've arranged the barbecue in a nice semicircle, so it's just going to burn through nice and slowly. We're not interested in about doing this really quick. This is going to take about 8 hours to cook. It went on the barbecue at 10:30 this morning. It's now nearly 2 o'clock, so we're getting on for 3.5, 4 hours, and it's coming on just nice. So that's going to be ready, I would say, about 5:30. And then when that's done, that'll go to rest, let it cool down for a little bit, and then we'll do the burgers and the chicken and all that sort of stuff. And as I've said to you before in the past, if you do enjoy barbecuing, you're not a barbecuer if you use a gas barbecue. To be a proper bona fide barbecuer, you've got to use charcoal. Right, let's do some more questions. And a whole load of you asking questions about what happened to the bus driver after the accident that RM1214 had a couple of months ago. Remember that gaping hole in the roof? Well, David S. says, what happened to the bus driver's future? Alex Eaton explores America. I hope the bus driver didn't lose his job. No, he didn't. Jack Smudgeon, so what happened to the bus driver?
Dave,
yeah.
Before you carry on with this, don't mention on camera that it was Glyn that was driving this at the time of the accident. He will be so embarrassed.
Yeah.
It wasn't Glyn driving this bus.
Yeah, no, because he's well known, isn't he? Throughout
He's
the
well
bus,
known,
yeah.
very respected.
And if people found out that it was him that caused that accident, drove into that hotel,
career suicide.
It would be a nightmare. So
Yeah.
I won't mention. No, yeah.
Cut that out.
Thanks for
Cut that
reminding
out.
me. Yeah, I'll edit that bit out before it goes on YouTube. Oh, sorry, did I forget? Sorry, Glyn.
Question here from Ray Johnston. Can we see more of your workshop, please? Yeah, okay, fair enough.
There's some areas of the Routemaster for Hire HQ that you've not seen yet, and one of those areas is our hallway. Now, I particularly like this area because it's full of old London Transport memorabilia, starting off with an old Oxford Circus tube sign. London Transport bus stop dolly. One of my favourite signs is the Golden Jubilee sign. I don't know where this came from or where it was, but again, it's a genuine old sign. Now, this was somewhere on Broadway, the old London Transport HQ building. I don't know where, but it's from the building itself. That's another nice sign, buses only. No entry for any other vehicle. Again, a genuine ex-London Transport enamel sign. This is a very old sign, and we know it's old because of the double kind of feathers at the back. A very old bus station sign there. Right, now you've seen the hallway. Coming over look inside the unit, it's rather big and spacious when there's no buses in. The only bus in here now is the RT. We can't move that at the moment, but let me show you around. Now, this is an engine that's blown its head gasket. You've not seen the video for this yet. It's coming out very, very soon. And when it does come out, I know you're going to enjoy it because it is a 45-minute special. Look out for that on YouTube very, very soon. Moving along, this is the RT engine. Again, you've not seen the video for this yet, but that will be out very, very soon. The RT engine has now been stripped down to all its components. And again, that video will be out on YouTube in the next couple of weeks. An RT2629, minus her engine. As you can see, the firewall and various bits and pieces have been resprayed and put back together. So the bus is slowly starting to take shape. All the chassis has been done. We're just going to rebuild that engine. That is going to be the next thing that we record. Here's a question from Figman, who wants to know, is Lord Barrington really a lord? Well, he's coming to the barbecue later, so we'll ask him. Lord Barrington? Who is Lord Barrington?
Well, Lord Barrington is the Lord of Isleworth, of course, and that's me. I am Lord Barrington. And that comes from Pete and his bus.
Thanks, Pete.
Cheers, Pete.
But you're not a real lord, are you?
Refill Lord Barrington.
It looks like people are arriving.
Nice vehicle to come and be collected in. Chauffeured.
Thought you'd appreciate 765.
Oh yes, it did.
Because we all know that 765 is the pride of the fleet.
Oh yes.
It's the fleet show bus, isn't it?
It's just the one I've had once.
Yeah.
Okay, so another question here from Ook. You are so convincing in what you are doing, really great. But let me ask you a question. What do you really like most? Driving a bus or repairing it? Driving.
Driving.
That's more like it, Dave.
Minibus. Yeah. Right, shall we have a game of Cards Against Humanity then?
Oh no, come on. Yeah.
Right, okay. So, blank was Glyn's excuse for ripping a hole in 1214's roof. Thank you. Thank you.
Shame he's not here, isn't it?
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. 10, 11.
Oh, you can count as well.
Okay, so blank was Glyn's excuse for ripping a hole in 1214's roof. My mate Dave. Concealing an erection. Or preparing my arsehole for sex. I think preparing my arsehole for sex was Glyn's excuse for ripping a hole in 1214's roof. Whose was that?
Fun tip: when your man asks you to go down on him, try surprising him with blank instead. If you can. Fun tip: when your man asks you to go down on him, try surprising him with shit instead. Try surprising him with huffing and puffing and blowing my stepdad instead. Fingering each other's buttholes instead.
I'm guessing that one was Pete Rogers. Not that one.
Not this time, anyway.
No.
Maybe later.
Yeah. Give it a night. Give it an hour.
Try surprising with Alan Jones having a wank before Keris comes home.
hurt him because it's the truth.
That's the winner. Don't say anymore. That's the winner.
Jeez, I wrote that.
That was in the bottom of.
Fantastic. I nearly dropped him off though.
I was going to go with him, but he's already gone.
Can you see what he's doing?
Does he know which one for
Has he ever driven anything before?
No, not to my knowledge.
Right, okay. What do I do now?
There we go.
Right, okay. Right, so it's off now, is it?
That's it.
Phew. That's alright, that wasn't too bad, that.
How was that, Mike?
Alright, yeah, it's good.
Would you do it again?
I would, yeah, but I'm happy with just doing it once. That was good, I enjoyed that. That was spot on. Right, how do I get down now?
It is the morning after the barbecue the night before. Yeah, that's right. And we're off to a bus running day today. And from here, we're taking 4 buses. Oh, and it's going to be another nice sunny day. So the twat hat is back on. Mr. Jones, tell me about your day.
It's hot. But so far so good.
Okay, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed us answering some of those questions. I hope you enjoyed watching us at the barbecue, and I hope you enjoyed the little run out to the Hooton Park Running Day. Remember, if you've got a question that you'd like to ask us, please put it in the box below. And you never know, at some point in the future, we may just do another Q&A video. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like, hit that thumb. If you've not enjoyed it though, remember, you've got to hit the dislike button twice. And I promise you, in the next episode, we will be getting back to doing some work around here. So from me and the team, until next time, bye-bye.